So class today we're going to be doing is JP6. So we go on Advanced Computer Math Unbox.com and click on JP6 300, 301, 302 Clicker. So we want to download these 4 files right here. The Start Here, Button Maker, Picture, and Sound. So I'm going to click on each and every single one individually and click Download, Download, Download. Because I'm down with that. Load, Download. Now I have a whole bunch of other stuff here. This website we're going to click on, because we're going to need that later on. And 302 we're going to click on, because we need that later on. Continue. I already have it loaded though. So now what I'm going to do is open up BlueJ. And I'm going to go and make a new project. So go Project, Close, Project, New Project. Because I like to organize things in my documents. So I'm going to click on Documents to make sure it's in Documents. I'm going to type in JP6 Clicker. So now that I have a new folder, I want to open up my downloads. So I'm going to go to Downloads. And I want to drag these 3 files into BlueJ and open up Button Maker. Now realize when you download things multiple times, you have these little parentheses. We're going to take care of that as well. Let's go to 302. 302 is this new thing that I'm trying out. It is a walkthrough through the program. Please realize, put your name and period. This is assignment. You will get graded on this. If you get stuck on something and don't talk to me about it, just describe it in here so I can fix it for later students future on. If you get stuck but this guide helps you, do not fill this out. This is optional. 1. Download all 3 Java files. Did that. Drag the 3 Java files into BlueJ. Done. 3. See the 1 or 2? We want to get rid of that. So go to here. We have a 3. Open up the code. And I want to add an S, compile, delete the S, compile, and then the parentheses are disappeared and we're back to the original name. This one didn't have it, so it can just compile and work. But this one does have it, so I'm going to double click on this, drag it over here. And what I want to do is change the file name. So I'm going to put in an H, compile, delete the H, compile, and now we're all good to go. I can click compile and the other one just works. I'm going to open that up as well and drag it to the right. And so now if I go back to 302, we did this. Did I open up Start Here first? Yes. Did I open up Sounds next? Yes. Did I then open up Picture file? Yes. Go back to the sound.java, rename AdvCM bomb, because I'm the bomb diggity, yo, and change it to something else. So we're going to go to Sounds, and we're going to double click on AdvCM bomb, Control C, Control F, click Replace, and we're going to change AdvCM bomb to the amazing, genius, super smart fencing, and I'm going to replace all. Obviously, you can make your variable names whatever you want. I would not recommend long variable names at all, because it'll break your code. But anyways, now that we have that, we're going to go back to 302, and what's the next step? Did I copy over all the 3 things? So I go over here, Sound Spot 1, copy. Go over to Sound Spot 1, paste. Okay, we'll go on to Sound Spot 2, copy. Sound Spot 2, paste. Sound Spot 3, copy. Scroll down, Sound Spot 3, paste. Next one, repeat the 2 previous questions that I have to sounds. So I go to Sounds, double click on AdvCM Amazing, Control F, paste, and I'm going to be replacing this with AdvCM is the best. Now I copy, paste, Sound Spot 1, Sound Spot 2, Sound Spot 3. Compile and it works. Yay! But no sounds work because we need to do one more thing. However, the guide tells you. Did you go to the website and download 2 sounds? So we go to the website and we want to make the most annoying sounds. So clock cuckoo. Save link, right click, save link as. I want to go to my documents and go to JP6 Clicker and put it in here. However, I'm going to copy this name right here. Control C, hit save. And then I'm going to go to my code. And on one of the files, depending on which one you want to do. So I'm going to hit enter and tab in because you can do that. I'm going to replace this with that. You can always hit enter on these lines and tab in and enter. As long as it's not in between a word, you can do that all you want. So I changed the one, I need to change the other, so I need to get another one. So let's find another annoying sound. Creak 3. Save link as, copy, save, go into my code, change this to Creek3, and realize doing a long variable name actually messes up because then I have to do the end line stuff and it's just a pain. So now when I click compile and run the program, now realize nothing happens until I click, and both the Creek and the cuckoo happens. So yay, it works. That's great to test. You don't have to test it at this point, but you can. So let's go back to 302. Did I change the audio file name SoundSpot 2? That's where I deleted the green text and replaced it. Sounds may or may not work. Don't worry about this till later because we'll check it later. 13. Change the file name. So we go into here and we change this by saying last name, first name, period, JP6, and this is called Clicker. Now start here. Compile. Yay! Changes the name here. Also changes the name in my folder, which is documents, JP6 Clicker. The name is changed right here. So right now what we want to do is go to question 14. Just to make sure you actually went through this, copy over init and resize. So we're going to go to init and resize in my sounds file. And I'm going to copy these right here, init and resize. Go into my real code, and in my real code I'm going to put it right here. Then I want to change from 0, 0 to a decent size, and a decent size is below 1080 and 900. And now when I run the program, it opens up to be 1080 by 900, which just barely fits in my browser. And now I want to change 0, 0 to something else, 200, 200. Would be good. Try that, see what happens. 19, I'm going to open up picture, copy over all the import statements on the top. So I go to sounds, I close sounds because I'm done with sounds, go to picture, and I want to copy all the import statements over into my real code. So I scroll to the top, I can put it top, bottom, or in the middle. If I put it in the middle, just press enter so it's a straight line. You do have repeats. You can delete the repeats if you want. So alt-lang, so you can delete. You don't have to. You can have spaces. You don't have to. So then go to my picture file. In picture.java, make sure you rename photo. So I'm going to go to my picture.java, double click on photo, Control C, Control F. I'm going to click on replace. And I want to replace photo with Luna. So I'm going to replace all caps matter. So now I'm going to take this and my old code and I want to move the code over. So I picture 1 I already did. Do picture 2. Picture 2 goes where picture 2 goes. Picture 3 goes where picture 3 goes. Picture 4 goes where picture 10 goes. No, picture 4. Number 21. Did I copy over 2, 3, 4? Yeah, I am sure of that. 22, copy over. In comment 4, change the XY width length value so it fits better. Well, let's take a look. When I run this program, when I compile and edit it, it doesn't work. Copy over 2, 3, 4. In 4, change the XY width length value. So we're going to go here into 4, and we want to change this because realize this makes a really, start at the top left and make a big picture. I want to start at a random spot and make a decent sized picture that is. So I'm going to compile that. So 22B, make sure you download the picture. So we're going to go to Google and type in Luna. Go images. And let's find a Luna. That's amazing. There we go. My Little Pony. So we're going to save image as. And I'm going to say luna.png because it's a .png image type. Put it in JP6 Clicker. Control A, Control C, save because now I can go directly into my code. And instead of pumpkin, which is up in the try catch, I want to do Luna, compile and run it, and now I see the picture works. So now that we have one picture working, we want to repeat these steps. Got it, changed it. Repeat the steps to get 2 pictures. So we go back to picture and we want to click on Luna, Control C, Control F, and I want to replace Luna with Luna 2. Replace all. Because Luna's so amazing, I can make 2 of her. So I'm going to go to here, picture 2, picture 2. I would not recommend doing Luna and Luna 2. I will not give you a passing grade if you do that. It'll be a 0. You have to make 2 unique pictures or make 2 unique names. Do not do Luna and Luna 2. I'm just lazy. Do as I say, not as I do. Now, you have 2 options here with picture 3. You can either do this, which is not recommended, it's the lazy way. Or what you could do is just take these two lines, put them inside the other try-catch, and delete the URL so you just redefine the value of, you just reassign the value of you and you're not redefining you. And then you delete the old try-catch. And go down to the last one, copy picture 4 over to picture 4. And now I need a new image for Luna 2. So I go to the internets and type in Luna again. And Luna is also in a whole bunch of stuff. Luna Petunia. There we go. I like this picture. Save image as. And I'm going to do Luna Petunia. So I'm going to Control A, Control C, hit enter. Just to make it so that you can't say, do as I say is not as I do. I'm going to go here and replace pumpkin to Luna Petunia. And then I'm going to copy Luna Petunia. And I'm going to hit Control F and type in Luna 2. And I'm going to replace it with Luna Petunia. Replace all. Be careful when doing this in a large program, because if I didn't put the 2, it would replace this 2, and that would have broken my code. So now I compile and run the program, and realize that my new picture overrides the whole screen. That's because I didn't do step 23 and didn't change my values right here. So let's do 100, and this is a box picture, so I'm going to do 400, 400, compile, run it, and boom. Luna's amazing, but you already knew that. Now that we got 2 pictures working, we're going to go back to the guide, because the guide tells us everything. So when you ask for help, you say, Mr. Fenson, I am stuck on step number 20,002. And then we read that one. So I got that. 25, copy of the URLs, I did that. This was the try-catch thing that I showed you. You have your 2 options. Make sure you change XY with length, we already did that. Click Edit Auto Layout to make it look pretty. Just like Luna. Edit, auto layout, boom, pretty. Maximize the window to see the image, which we did that, we're good. Did you see the 2 picture files? Yes, I did. If they don't work, try something. The name is easier. So do you remember when I took the file name of this and I went save image as? See how this file name is ugly? Rename it to something nice. It'll save you headaches. 32, check to see if they work. For some reason, people think that when they look here, see how it says luna.png? Well, that's only if you go and you click on View and File Name Extensions. Otherwise, it'll be like this. And then someone's going to be like, this isn't a PNG. I'm going to rename it .jpeg. Well, now it's a .jpeg.png. So it literally won't work unless you go like this. So now that I renamed that, I'm going to run the program, compile, run, and the picture's not going to work. Because the one picture worked, the other picture didn't work, because I loaded this one first. If I go into my code now, and I change the order of this, now I'll have one picture, even though the only thing I did was change the order, and that's because the tries the first file. If it breaks, it cuts out and does not continue to try. So now what I need to do is change the file name from luna.png to luna.jpeg.png, and now both will work because I'm pro. Boom. So don't make that mistake. Button time. So blah 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 blah. What we want to do is open up button.txt, which you should have downloaded, and make it big or go home. Open up my code. Boom. Now I try to trick you guys up. First thing you want to do is read the directions. What do they say? What we're going to do is replace all. So we go here, copy, edit, replace, paste wall button with Luna Pony button. I'm just going to do Luna Pony, replace all. And now I copy these sections into my code. So realize button 1 is actually on the top, not on the bottom, not below picture. And button 2 is also on the top. This is also on the top. And there's a reason for that. I'm not going to tell you what. Good luck figuring it out. Copy. And the reason is right here. Paste. If I do it for one button, guess how many buttons I have to do it for? Dose. So, copy of the 4 sections. Are we good? Repeat the previous 2 steps. So I have 2 buttons. So I go to button code, and I want to go Luna Pony. Copy. Edit, replace, so Control H, do Luna Pony with Luna Girl, replace all, and copy, into my code, and I'm actually start at step 4, so I don't have to scroll as much. I want to put this at the end. Scroll up. Part 3, paste, copy, paste, copy, paste, compile. We're good. We don't need button anymore. Don't save it. You don't need to save it. All you do is change the names. Make sure you do the name, date, period, pre-post summary, right? So we go up to the top and we type these things in. Now, pre is tell Mr. F if you already knew something you needed to know for this program. If nothing, type in anything that you knew ahead of time. For post, something you learned that is not the requirements. In summary is what you did, and name, date, period. Of course, you're typing that in. 3 things for pre, 3 things for post. And now we're going to do something cool. So we're going to find 2120 in Paint and change it to mouse click, mouse click. So we go over here, and in Paint, for the mouse clicked, we're going to change these two to these two. So copy, paste, paste. Compile and run this. Now what we have, if you look, when I click, this you clicked at is now wherever I click at. So it moves. It did not move before. Also, if you try the button and click on it, the button moves. There's 2 of them. So the 2 move independently after the first click. And it happens the first click because they're first set to the same XY. So if we go here, here's the XY of the first button. And the second button, we just change these values, XY width, height. We go back to the directions. The directions tell everything. 46. Change the code in picture 4 to be variables that match with the button. So we go down to Paint, and these values, we want to make these values. So we copy, paste, compile, run. And we see that they're very, very small. They're very, very small because that's what they were before. So what we need to do is read the directions. To do this for both buttons, make the pictures look larger, look inside init. So we're going to go to init, which stands for initialize, and go big or go home. And let's make Luna Girl this and this. Compile, run, and now we have this. So click, 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 and they move every time. Notice this is off the screen. We do not want that. Which, if we read the directions, next thing is change the random code to make sure it fits within the applet every time. Realize when we go to the random code, that is inside the mouse pressed. Right here. This starts at 0 and goes to 799 because it gives 800 values. So I want to drop this down to 500, 500. And now when I run the program, so because I didn't go down here and change this to something else, 500, 500, 400, 400, now when it run it, both pictures will stay within the applet. Boom, 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 boom. It's real easy, man. So now go back to the directions, because that's what you're supposed to do. Follow the directions. It's crazy, yo. So, did you actually see the program sounds work? Yes. If they didn't work, fix it. Make the sounds work. On the button click. So see spot 3 and move it inside mouse pressed. So we go to our code right here. And Amazing Genius goes right after the random code. And Mr. Fenson's the best in the universe, which is 100% a fact. Put it in there. Now, there's this thing called loop. If I do this and delete this, change this to loop, I'm going to give you this code, and say if this variable, do loop. Else, this, instead of loop, stop. And then I'm going to say Luna clicked equals not Luna clicked, which goes from false to true to false. And the last thing you got to do is go Luna clicked equals true. So the first time you click it, it actually happens. Now when I compile and run it, if I click on Luna, it plays the Luna Pony, it plays once. But if I click on Luna Petunia, because she's so amazing, it doesn't work at all. There it is. it loops forever and ever and ever. Now the interesting thing to know here is it doesn't play the first time, and let's take a look at why. The first time I set it to be true, we have find Luna clicked. Oh, that's why I set the wrong one to be true. That pony, that's why. So now if I go in here, because I set Luna Petunia to be true first, now when I click it, it'll loop automatically the first click. When I click it again, it'll stop. So I clicked it again, now it's stopped, where Luna the pony just goes once. You don't have to do that, that's an option. I just wanted to show that to you. That code will be on box under loop code. And let's go back. Edit auto layout, make it look pretty, just like Luna. And then realize that we want to change the text color to all those different colors, so make sure you try them all. Which means just copy, paste into your code. You want to go to paint, and wherever you see a color, just change it. Red, blue, red versus blue. Compile and run it, and you're going to see the text overlap. Boom, text overlap. When I click, it's pink. Yay! So now what we have to do is fix the overlap, which states right here. Each line must be a different color. Yay, no overlap. So we got to fix the overlaps, which means make the XY not be the same. So we're going to go 220, 120, 320, 420, and then go all the way up. We also want to change the mouse click, set it to default to be 0 and 10, which will make it so that it shows up on the top left when I run the program. So before I click, I can now see all text. And I click, it moves. I click this, it moves. Click the blue one, that moves as well. And then we're all good to go. Go back to the instructions. Make sure you upload the Java file, the 2 sound files, and the 2 picture files, not in the folder, not inside a zip, but in your main directory grading, so I can just click and download them really, really easily. If you do anything else, it's going to be a whole lot of clicks. And that's it. Have a good one. I will see you later.